Hello everyone, my name is Mandi, Lynn, author of the young adult novel Essence and soon to be published novel I Am Mercy, and today we are going to be talking about how to arrange a book signing. Now I've done quite a few different signings now, and I've had a lot of you guys ask how the heck you do them yourself. And the first thing is just getting connection. Well, obviously you have to write a book first, but we're going to talk about getting connections assuming you already have a book written and published. So one of my first book signings was at a small little store. It wasn't even necessarily a bookstore. We were just friends with the woman and they sell books there, but mostly just other little trinkets. But she was like, hey, want to do a book signing here? So we did a book signing. It was kind of unsuccessful, but it was great for experience. But from there we were able to open it to broader places. I hosted a workshop at a local bookstore and she took my book on consignment and all those books were eventually sold. And then my biggest feat so far is getting a signing at Barnes & Noble. Now that is a very difficult thing to do. You have to be able to contact the correct people, because if you just go to the people at Barnes & Noble, they'll be like, oh, we don't do indie books. My Barnes & Noble does a book signing for self-published or independent published books at least once a year. And I got lucky enough to be able to get into that slot. So they gather a whole bunch of authors and we all do a signing at once. I'll put a link to the video down below, and I did a little vlogging at that signing so you guys can kind of see. But what had happened was I had New York Times bestselling author Neil Shusterman come to my high school. When he came to my high school, I was able to meet him, talk to him, and they also had a representative from Barnes & Noble there selling his books. So because she was there, I was able to get her contact information and kind of get in the scoop and get myself there. Now what was a little difficult was that I contacted her for about a year and things just never worked out. Finally I contacted her again and she was like, okay, we have a book signing open. It's in a few months and it's for self-published authors. Make sure you spread word and all that. So the sad part about doing a book signing, even though it may be at someplace as big as Barnes & Noble, is that you still have to advertise for yourself, especially if you're a self-published author. So what you want to do when you have a signing, you kind of want to create maybe an event page on Facebook and invite all your friends, or just tell everybody by word of mouth. But whatever you do, you just have to get the word out. Barnes & Noble, for me, they made my own sign, and I kept the sign that they made me because I thought it was really cool, and I think it's in my closet somewhere, but we're not going to talk about that. So you don't have to create your own signs, but what you do want to have is business cards. That way if people are at the signing and they don't want to buy a book, but maybe down the line they do, or just want to check out your social media, you can hand them a business card. And what's great about business cards, they also double as bookmarks. Another thing you'll have to do is usually for every single signing that you ever do as a self-published author, you have to provide the books. And I would say you want at least 20 books because you probably aren't going to sell more than that unless it's a book launch. At my book launch, I sold over 60 books, and that's like a one deal thing. But at Barnes & Noble, I think I sold 8 books that night. So it was pretty good. I wasn't expecting much, and I did get to meet one of my fans, so that was awesome. But the sad part is, even though I brought about 20 books to the signing at Barnes & Noble, I had to take back the books that didn't sell. Because self-published through CreateSpace, I am a print on demand. So that means as someone orders the book, they print the book. So Barnes & Noble cannot have the book on their shelves because if it doesn't sell, they can't send it back to the publisher. Which is sad, but it's kind of typical. I think that's about it. Really, to get book signings, there's no magic trick for it. You just have to make phone calls and try to get yourself at the right place at the right time. But just to make book signings, make a lot of phone calls, come prepared, have business cards, and of course your book. So if you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.